Forget the MoMA, forget the Whitney. Here are my top 3 museums in New York City. First up, we've got the New Museum, which has by far the coolest architecture of any museum in New York City. And it's a nice size, like it's a very manageable size to do in one sitting. Like you never feel overwhelmed, you can see all the floors. And even more importantly, the programming is just awesome. I have seen so many good shows at the New Museum over the years, such as the Chris Burden show, the Chris O'Philly show, and more recently, the Meyer Lee show, Black Sun, just mind-blowing. Next up, we have the MoMA PS1, located out in Queens. This is part of the MoMA brand, but I just think it is so much better because it's located in a former school building, and the feng shui is just so much better than the MoMA proper. Like, instead of those grand atriums, you have these human-sized exhibition spaces that flow very organically from one to the next. And also, the programming is better, in my opinion. Like, I saw the Mike Kelly retrospective back in 2013. This is a great example of how they do more ambitious programming at the MoMA PS1 than they do at the MoMA in Manhattan, where I guess I've seen some good shows there, but they're kind of more forgettable. I don't know. And then last but not least, we have the Guggenheim with this Frank Lloyd Wright building, which is just absolutely amazing, truly iconic, and their exhibition programming I like just as much. I saw the Cremaster Cycle, the show by Matthew Barney at the Guggenheim when I was just a teenager, and it really opened my eyes as to what contemporary art could be. So I have so much love for the Guggenheim. I think they're very consistent and that the space is really cool. Now, as for why I don't particularly love the MoMA in Manhattan, I just kind of feel like the feng shui is off. And also the programming is kind of the usual suspects. And then as for the Whitney, first of all, the Brutalist Brower building on the Upper West Side was so much cooler than their new building in Meatpacking. But also, I feel like the programming was way better back in the day. Like, I can remember Whitney biennials that really left me with my jaw on the floor. For example, the 2006 biennial when they had this crazy installation by Urs Fischer. Or the 2014 biennial, when they had the absolutely bonkers room by Bjarne Melgaard. I went to the 2022 Whitney biennial, and it was so boring that it made me want to cry. And now today, I just discovered that they suspended their super important independent study program in relation with the cancellation of a pro-Palestine exhibition, which they called discriminatory. So, you know what? R.I.P. the Whitney.